Good morning and welcome to the 5th annual Head for the Cure 5K Cleveland. My name is Jenna Heilman, Executive Director, and I'm so thrilled to bring this event to you virtually today. We know and we're disappointed that we can't be there to celebrate the tremendous amount of support and participation and donations over the past 5 years since 2016. But we are excited to be here with you today to be able to still carry on that legacy and that message to show that everybody, even in this incredibly isolating time, everyone is supported and no one has to ever battle this journey by themselves. And if you're watching this video and you haven't registered yet, you're not too late. There's still time to register through tomorrow, that's Sunday, October 4th, and still get your 2020 commemorative shirt. It's so soft and comfortable. You don't want to miss that. And the amazing finisher medals. Again, registration won't close until tomorrow, October 4th at midnight. So register today at headforthecure.org/Cleveland. Head for the Cure exists for 3 main reasons. The first is to build awareness around this incredibly elusive disease. The second is to raise funds to support important clinical research and patient programs. And the third, and what we're doing here today, is igniting hope for all who have faced this disease, whether they are a patient, a survivor, a caregiver, a clinician, a loved one, or someone we continue to keep in our hearts and our memories. You all are so important to continue this fight, and you propel us each and every day. By showing up here today, by participating, you are helping bring the community together to ignite that hope. And Head for the Cure this year is so excited to continue our amazing support of our national sponsors. VML-Y&R is an international marketing agency that helped ignite Head for the Cure 18 years ago. They have literally been by our side every step of the way since day one. Harry Campbell and his Get Real program has generated more than $440,000 through his speaking engagements and book sales. Harry donates 100% of those engagements and sales back to Head for the Cure to fight in honor of his wife, Chris. His new book, Get Real Mindset, truly challenges us all to look at ourselves and to be the best and most productive people we can, even in this incredibly challenging time. So check out more about Harry Campbell today. And of course, we have Novacure, who has been our sponsor for the past 7 years. Their Optune device is one of the only devices that is FDA approved to treat glioblastoma patients, and they do so in a patient-forward approach to help increase the quality of life for those who are going through treatment. Check out more about Novacure today. And finally, thanks to Gary and the team at Weather 2020, they help provide accurate long-term forecasts so we all can prepare for what is the best day to do our own virtual 5K. And of course, we couldn't do this without our partnership with our local beneficiary. We are proud again to work alongside the Rosella Burkhart Brain Tumor and Neuro-Oncology Center at Cleveland Clinic. Their goal is to give patients hope for improved quality of life through the treatment of brain tumors while moving forward toward a cure. The Brain Tumor and Neuro-Oncology Center at Cleveland Clinic is a fine combination of research and clinical care, a team working together to offer the best science and technology that can be offered for brain tumors, one patient at a time. And of course, I want to give a huge shout out to Dr. Pierboom and his team at Cleveland Clinic. Christy, Wendy, Teresa, Kara, and Tracy, you all have been by our side even through this challenging decision of making this event virtual this year. And not only have you helped Head for the Cure, but you continue to make an impact in the patients' and caregivers' life each and every day. So thank you for your amazing support. Okay, now's the time for our virtual 5K. We are literally bringing you a traditional 5K on your screen today that's run by one of our team captains, and he's going to share a little bit about his journey. And we're also going to be sharing stories and memories across the whole 5K from you all, telling us why this event is so important. Again, we want you to continue to register as the registrations stay open through tomorrow, October 4th. There's still plenty of time to donate. And we also want you to stick around after the 5K for our very special program featuring our celebration of our survivors, our Keeping the Faith recipients, our Legacy of Love, where we celebrate some of our caregivers, and of course, remembering those that we've lost with our celebration of life. So we hope that you enjoy this 5K, and we can't wait to see you after.
Cleveland. My name is Mitch Ulanski, and I'm the captain of team #JohnStrong. First off, I want to thank Head for the Cure for just being such an amazing foundation and for everything that they do. We're so appreciative that they continue to put on these events this year, even though they're virtual. Hopefully, when this pandemic is past us, we can all come together again in person as a community and celebrate this great event in each of our cities together. If you've been a part of one of these events in the past, you know how truly inspiring and uplifting that morning can be. If you've never joined us before, hopefully this video, the other videos, and the photos that you see today will inspire you to join us next year. I promise, it'll be worth it. So today and always, I run for my best friend, my younger brother, John. John battled this horrible disease courageously and ferociously for 18 long months. He continued to have roadblocks put in his path, and he always figured out a way to get past them. And then on June 27th, 2019, he went to heaven. And that's when he started watching over our family. When I think about my brother, the first three things that come to mind are strength, determination, and grace. He embodied those things every single day, and he's those and absolutely so much more. And that's why he'll always be my hero. So today, join me as we take a little tour around Cleveland and we hit up a few of my brother's favorite spots, both downtown in the city and in the suburbs, and we'll see if we can get a good sweat going. All right, let's do it.
Excited to be a part of Team John Strong this year. Can't wait for Saturday.
Hi John Strong, hi Head for the Cure. Been thinking about you guys a lot, and I thought it'd be most fitting to come to a spot, Jacobs Field, that reminds me of John the most. Love you guys. Thinking about you. Thanks.
Hi, this is Ed Miller. I'm out on my bike ride, making this portion of it the virtual bike ride for the Head for the Cure, in memory of Johnny Ulanski, Johnny Strong, and his family and all others. We need to get donations. We need to find a cure. Too many people have suffered from this terrible disease and their families. So I wanted to show you the ball field here where Johnny played baseball. One of them in Bay Village. It's a beautiful field. He loved the game. He was a great player, taken away too young from us. Let's all donate. Let's all find a way to make this happen and help the families and those that are ill. God bless you, Johnny, and the Ulanski family, and all other families that have suffered from this terrible disease. Love you guys.
We participate in Head for the Cure in memory of my mother, Mary Ann. She passed away in 2006 after battling brain cancer for a little over 2 years. We participate in hopes that there will be great strides in treatments and cures for brain cancer. We hope that no other families have to go through the pain we have every day missing her. That no other daughters will have to have a wedding, baby, or life event without their mother by their side.
Lee Hand, proud captain of Team West Enders, Cleveland, Ohio. Our family first got involved with Head for the Cure in 2018 when my brother Greg Hand was diagnosed with glioblastoma. Greg was a fierce competitor and a great cheerleader, and with his encouragement, we became the #1 fundraising team in 2018 and #2 in 2019. Greg lost his battle with brain cancer on January 5th, 2020, but his spirit lives on in our continued efforts to raise awareness and funds for brain cancer research. Thanks to all members of West Enders team for their continued support. We miss you, Greg.
Mile 1. Let me catch my breath here. So behind me, you'll see Fisher Field, which is home to the BW Yellow Jackets baseball team. This is where my brother went to college and played baseball, and he tore it up on that diamond right back there behind us. So when thinking about Head for the Cure can be defined by 3 different endeavors. Building awareness, raising funds, and igniting hope. Awareness, funds, hope. If you tell just one more person about this event today, or the foundation, that's building awareness. If you donate $5 today, tomorrow, next year, that's raising funds. And how do you ignite hope? Well, I know it's not that easy all the time, but what I always try to do is always remain positive. Smile, laugh. There's a lot of good in this world, so go find it. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the next stop.
And that's my boyfriend Mitch running around Cleveland in honor of his brother John. I never got to meet John, but from the way Mitch and his family light up when they talk about him, I can tell that he was an amazing brother, son, and friend. I wish I could have known him myself. So today, I'm also honoring Team John Strong by running around one of John's favorite spots in downtown Cleveland, Progressive Field. So go Team John Strong.
Mike and Jamel Rahman here.
We support Team John Strong here in Akron, Ohio today and every day.
Despite the number of brain tumors and their devastating prognosis, there are only 5 FDA-approved drugs and 1 device to treat brain tumors. For many tumor types, surgery and radiation remain the standard of care. By donating today, you can help change this. Rose was the most loving, giving, and generous person I know. She was loved by many. She was as protective of her children as a mother lion. She loved family and life. Rose was diagnosed with a GBM in October of 2017. She was shocked and devastated, but took the news like a trooper. She battled the beast with every option offered to her, and she never complained. She tried to carry on as normal a life as the disease would allow. She was so brave as treatment took its toll on her. In my eyes, her bravery was an example of a hero. I not only lost a sister, but a friend. With all my heart, I say, Rose, we were blessed to have you in our family. My heart is broken. I lost a piece of myself when she was taken on May 28, 2018. Rose, I know you're watching down, and you will never let anything slip by. I can see that sly grin and miss it so. My sister, you were and are loved. Be at peace. Love you, Barb.
I'm Linda Bubar, and I am a cancer survivor at the moment and living with it rather than waiting to die from it, and that's a big deal. My connection to Head for the Cure is this is my first year. My sister and my niece did it last year, I want to bring awareness to a disease I never expected to have and raise funds for a cure. And that's why. I think anybody could get it, because I didn't expect to get it. That you can live with it. It's treatable but not curable. And a big part of it's attitude. So that's my attitude.
And what motivates you to keep fighting against this disease?
My husband and my children. And I want to live long enough to be a grandma.
And you will, honey. We keep fighting. Well, let's keep walking. We're in training for the 5K.
All right, 2 miles down, 1 more to go. Behind me you see a different field this time. Progressive field, home of our Cleveland Indians. It's always been my brother's favorite sport, favorite team, so I thought this would be appropriate to include on our run today. As you saw, we ran around one of the more famous squares of downtown Cleveland with Progressive Field, and then back that way we had the Cavs Arena, Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, or the Gund or the Q for all of you Cavs fans out there. But anyways, I just hope you guys are enjoying this run so far and some of the scenery that we're going through. Wherever you're at in Cleveland or any other cities, if you're physically able to, I hope you're up and moving about the house or even outside and just getting some good exercise and staying healthy as possible. All right, well that's it for downtown. Let's move over to the last spot.
Hi, I'm Terry Maruna.
And I'm Jody Advie.
And we're walking with John Strong for Head for the Cure. The Head for the Cure, John Ulanski, the Ulanski family, they've meant a lot to myself, Jody as well. Just known them forever. Great family. John, great guy. Head for the Cure. I feel it's important for the cause. Everyone is, kind of on their own race, and everyone, they don't need to finish it fast, but they all want to finish it. John finished his race, not the way that we wanted to, but he's still with us every day, and we're going to continue to walk for him, and for everyone else that's fighting these awful diseases. But this is for John, and we're always thinking of him, and everyone else that's fighting. Thanks.
Just finished up a run and excited for the race this year. Head for the Cure is amazing. We're excited to represent Team John Strong. Love you, Johnny.
my name is Jess, and I am the team captain of Team Vanda. So Team Vanda was first started last year when my mom, Vanda, got diagnosed with an astrocytoma. And we actually started doing the Head for the Cure process right away. We went to it in October last year, and we really, really enjoyed it. We had a really good time running the 5K, and then my mom had a really fun time walking it and getting to know other survivors. And my family really, really enjoyed it. It meant a lot to us because you get to connect with other survivors, and it's all people that are there for the same reasons, and it's just a really cool event. So since we all decided that we really enjoy it, we decided to start raising money seriously. And my friends and I, Emily, Abby, and Caroline, decided to start selling face masks and hair scrunchies, and all of the proceeds go to Head for the Cure. So we raised over $5,000 this year, and we're really excited to hopefully raise a lot more next year. And my family is really interested in continuing it, and it means a lot to my family and my friends. So we'd like to thank Head for the Cure for making this such a legitimate thing, and it makes such a difference, and we're really happy to be a part of it.
The 5-year relative survival rate for the most common form of primary malignant brain tumors, glioblastoma, is only 6.8%. With each registration and donation for this year's virtual 5K, you can make a difference in the fight against brain cancer.
I started my dream job as a pediatric nurse in October of 2017, almost immediately after I started noticing migraines. I didn't think much of it since I was experiencing new types of stress. I called my primary care doctor, who agreed that I was most likely experiencing migraines. She prescribed me migraine medications, but I wanted an MRI just to be sure. In January of 2018, I received a call telling me there was a lesion on my scan and I needed to see a neurosurgeon to have it removed. After numerous scans, tests, and biopsies, the tumor was removed and a shunt was placed to drain any remaining fluids. Today, 3 years later, I still have my shunt in place. My tumor was classified as a pineal-parenchymal tumor. Less than 1% of brain tumors are this type, and there is very little research. I still see the effects of my surgery as I have difficulty sleeping and I set off a few metal detectors now and again. However, through this journey, I realized that I am much stronger than I ever gave myself credit for. Any challenges I now face in my life, I attack with the mindset of, I survived a brain tumor and 3 brain surgeries. I got this. I am proud to be a brain tumor survivor and run for Head for the Cure each year.
did it. 2020 Head for the Cure 5K in Cleveland, Ohio. As you can see behind me, we have beautiful Lake Erie. We're finishing up this race in my brother and my hometown, Bay Village. Just want to thank you all for watching and following along today. Really appreciate it, and especially want to thank the Head for the Cure Foundation again for everything that you all do. You're truly incredible. If I can leave everybody with one thing today, it's this. During my brother's battle, he got knocked down time and time again, but he kept getting back up. And one thing that my family did was every single morning we would share a motivational phrase just to pick all of us up. And that motivational phrase that my brother never ever forgot was, fall down 7 times, get up 8. So that's the way that he lived his life every single day. That's the way that we all should live our lives as well. Thank you again, and see you next year, Cleveland.
Thanks so much to Mitch from John Strong for running that 5K, and for all of you for sending in your stories and memories to us. It's so important to share those as we come together to support the Cleveland brain tumor community.
Cleveland, we've had such another supportive year in honor of all who are fighting brain tumors. With nearly $80,000 raised, 500 participants, and 41 teams participating this year.
Fun is not over yet. There's so much that we still need to do in raising funds to find comprehensive treatment plans for all of our brain tumor patients. And so keep asking people. We know it's a tough year, but every little bit helps because this cause is so important to each and every one of you. At this time, it's my absolute pleasure to invite and introduce Dr. David Pierboom from Cleveland Clinic to speak with you all today.
Hello, everybody. It is an honor to be here in Cleveland, Ohio for the 5th annual 5K Head for the Cure fundraiser. We are so glad to be here. We're sorry we can't be together in person to feel the passion that you all bring to this event, passion that you bring to brain tumor awareness and to fundraising for brain cancer research. I'd like to thank especially the patients. You are the reason why we are here. You are the reason why we do this research. And we're so encouraged that all of you are here today. Your families are awesome, and we thank you as well. Your team of those loved ones around you are just incredibly encouraging to see. I'd also like to thank all the people that I have the privilege of working with, our research infrastructure, the colleagues that I work with. It's just such a pleasure and honor to be with all of them every day. And finally, the Head for the Cure team. You all have done a wonderful job at conducting this event. And thank you again for being here, for bringing passion, for helping us to raise funds for brain cancer research. Thank you again, and have a great day.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pierboom, for all that you do each and every day. You and your team fight so hard to treat all of your patients, spend the extra time that's needed to comfort them and make a direct impact in their lives. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Over the past year, we've had the absolute honor of working with State Representative Jeff Crossman on an initiative to officially make May Brain Cancer Awareness Month in the state of Ohio. Many of you sent in your own testimonies and stories to help push that forward, and we thank you so much. And we thank Representative Crossman for his tenacity and his willingness to continue this fight even throughout this pandemic to make this happen in memory of his mother. And I'm so excited to say that it has officially been passed not only by the House, but by the Senate and signed into law by the governor this late summer. Jeff wanted the opportunity to thank all of you in person and tell you a little bit about that. So please join me in welcoming Representative Crossman.
Hi, this is Jeff Crossman, State Representative, serving Ohio's 15th House District. I want to thank Head for the Cure for doing this event virtually this year, and also want to thank them for their advocacy work on House Bill 230 here in Ohio. What is House Bill 230? Well, now that it's been signed into law by the governor, it will now designate the month of May here in Ohio, from now on forward, as Brain Cancer Awareness Month. And we can do this in Ohio, we can do this across the country, and you can help. And how can you do that? Write your friends and your family in other states and ask them to write their state representatives and have them pass a bill in their state advocating for Brain Cancer Awareness Month in the month of May. Why do more advocacy work? Well, that's important because if we can raise awareness, we can raise money. And if we can raise money, we can do more research. And that research, of course, leads to additional treatments and hopefully someday a cure. So please feel free to reach out to me if I can be of any help. Please feel free to reach out to our great friends at the Head for the Cure, and together we can help conquer this terrible disease. Thanks everybody, and have a great day.
This is such a huge initiative to raise and build that awareness needed around this disease. So thank you to Representative Crossman and his team, and all of you for bringing us your stories and helping support this great endeavor. And it's my honor right now to be able to celebrate you even further by recognizing our largest teams, our top fundraising teams, and our individuals who have gone above and beyond in fundraising to support brain cancer research.
And now for our largest teams. In third place with 35 participants is Team Michael. In second place with 44 participants is Team Schindler. And in first place with 65 participants is Swanger Strong.
And now for our top teams in fundraising. These are all with pledge donations that are sent our way. In third place, raising nearly $10,000 is Team Linda. In second place, raising almost $11,800 is Team Lauren. And in first place, again this year, is Team Michael, raising over $18,000.
And now for our individuals in fundraising. In third place, raising nearly $3,800 is Dee Hand. In second place, raising almost $8,500 is Linda Bubar. And in first place, raising almost $10,300 is Kat Claypool.
This is honestly my favorite time of the day, and that's where we get to recognize all of our survivors. It's such an emotional and powerful moment in person when we can bring them all up to the stage and embrace them all and celebrate them. We know that it has to look a little bit different this year, so I'm going to be showing some of their photos and reading all of their names for you today so we can all take the moment to honor each and every one of them. They continue to inspire us every day through their journeys, their positive attitudes, their ability to smile each and every day, and their continuation of this fight. So please join me as we celebrate and honor our survivors.
Abby, Jacqueline, Colette, Michael, Teresa, Ryan, Linda, Nicole, Stephen, Deb, Lori, Kamalika, Vanda, Naomi, and Nathaniel.
Thank you all for allowing us to be a part of your day-to-day and a part of your journeys. Head for the Cure exists to ignite hope within the brain tumor community. That hope began with just one person, Chris Anthony. Chris passed away from a glioblastoma in 2003, and his legacy is what inspired Matt Anthony to found Head for the Cure Foundation. Throughout Chris's entire battle with a glioblastoma, he continued to maintain his positive outlook on life and his faith with 3 simple words: keeping the faith. Every email, every handshake, every hug, every meeting, he ended that with keeping the faith. That was faith in himself, faith in a cure, faith in tomorrow, and for him, faith spiritually. And at each of our 5K events, we take the time to honor some of our brain tumor survivors who have been nominated by loved ones for how they have inspired others throughout their journey. In addition, this year, we are celebrating some of our caregivers with the Stevie Patrick Legacy of Love Award. These caregivers have oftentimes given the best of themselves in order to support a loved one battling this disease. So please join me as we recognize our Keeping the Faith recipients and celebrate our Legacy of Love Award winners.
Head for the Cure 5K events are not only successful fundraisers in the fight against brain cancer, but unique tributes for those currently fighting this terrible disease and remembering those who have lost their battles. Head for the Cure was started in honor of a man named Chris Anthony. Chris's motto was always keeping the faith. He lived it daily. He signed off every email with keeping the faith, and his faith enabled him to maintain his grace, dignity, courage, and strength throughout his illness. That's why every year we honor brain cancer patients and their loved ones with a special recognition we call Keeping the Faith. Each of their stories is personal and special, and all are inspiring.
Stephen Lestock, nominated by Catherine Lestock. Stephen had an oleodendroglioma, removed 7 years ago. He now has had to go through chemo 3 times and radiation twice. Throughout the treatments, there were times that he felt like quitting, but Stephen has never once stopped. He has had to push through some days to keep moving. Tumors sometimes change people's lives in major ways, and if you think about it, Stephen's did. But it only changes how much you let it. The tumor may affect you in different ways, but just keep moving.
Vanda Knickerbocker, nominated by Just Knickerbocker. In April of last year, Vanda went to the hospital with numbing on one side of her body. We assumed that it was symptoms of a stroke until she had been in the hospital for about a week, and the doctors had discovered it was a brain tumor, later figuring out that it was an astrocytoma grade 3. Even then, the doctors could barely hold in their excitement of how amazing it was that they caught it so early in the process. Even with the terrible news that we were being faced with, an aggressive tumor, Vanda has stayed strong in her faith and her ways of life to the best of her ability. Vanda tries her best to keep her family's life as normal as it could be for as long as it could be, and believe me, it has not gone unnoticed. Even while going through radiation and chemo with side effects that most anyone would complain about, and rightfully so, she does not. Vanda has taken this illness head-on with courage and strength. Just by witnessing what my mom goes through on a day-to-day basis, she has made me a stronger woman by giving me the privilege of watching how a strong woman handles the battles that she is faced with. And I am grateful to have such an inspiring role model in my life. Everyone around Vanda believes in her, and we are all ready to continue fighting brain cancer. Mom, you are tough, you are beautiful, and you are amazing. We all love you.
Naomi Short, nominated by Connie Johnson. Naomi Short is the sweetest, funniest 8-year-old girl from Hamilton, Ohio. She is currently fighting hard to beat her stage 4 pineoblastoma. Throughout her treatment, she has been so brave and keeps her personality shining through. Her favorite animal is most definitely the unicorn, and she surrounds herself with them to boost her spirits. Despite her diagnosis, she has thought of other children fighting their illness as well. She has included them in Halloween and Christmas events at the hospital, and she even started a toy drive for them. Naomi is the bravest, kindest, thoughtful little girl that I know.
Jacqueline De Matias, nominated by Mary Beth Tupa. Jackie had just started her dream job as a pediatric registered nurse in October 2017 at the age of 23. Almost immediately, she started noticing migraines. She did not think much of it since she was experiencing new types of stress. She called her primary care doctor, who agreed what she was experiencing was probably migraines. Her doctor prescribed migraine medications and an MRI of her brain, just to be sure. She was registering for college classes when she got the call. There was a lesion on your scan. You need to see a neurosurgeon. She had a consultation with the neurosurgeon on January 30th, 2017. She was admitted the same day, and a variety of tests and scans were performed. On January 31st, 2017, she had an EVT surgery. Her tumor was blocking the flow of cerebral spinal fluid, which was causing the pain and placing her at risk for a stroke. An external shunt was placed in her brain to relieve the spinal fluid pressure. On February 3, 2017, the doctors decided to biopsy the tumor to determine if it was cancerous. This would be her second brain surgery in 5 days. The pressures in her skull were still significantly alleviated and a permanent internal shunt was placed. On February 8, 2017, the pineal parenchymal tumor was removed. Less than 1% of brain tumors are this type, and there is very little research. Given the rarity of her tumor, she has MRI scans every 6 months. January 2020 marked her 3rd year anniversary since her brain surgeries. To this day, she has had all clear scans.
Michael Smith, nominated by Angel Smith. It has been over a year since Michael was diagnosed with glioblastoma in his first Head for the Cure event. A lot has happened in a year. He has completed daily radiation, chemotherapy, and a clinical trial and will soon wrap up chemo with his 12th 5/23 cycle later in October. Michael continues to keep the faith much like he did when he was diagnosed. He has faith that his Lord and Savior Jesus Christ has a good plan for he and his family. He has faith in the amazing doctors at the Cleveland Clinic. He has faith in his friends and family who support him through his journey, and he has faith in himself. He continues to work full-time as CEO of World Group, where he recently received an award for his leadership. He has also enjoyed time with friends and family the last year, including a trip to Yellowstone this summer with his lifelong friends.
Thank you for your courage and for allowing us to honor you. New this year, the Legacy of Love nomination is easily defined by actions of integrity, encouragement, determination, and truly loving and serving others, especially those in need. The recipient of this must have a strong desire to encourage and help others. This deserving person must be a leader each day and also have the courage to smile in the midst of adversity. We now like to share their story.
Henry, Cathy, and Mitch Ulanski, nominated by Matt Cole. Words cannot describe the amount of care that Henry, Cathy, and Mitch showed during John's battle. Support, care, and sacrifice do not begin to describe their actions in a time that is incomprehensible to most. The love that they had for John radiated every day no matter the circumstances. I am lucky to feel a part of the family and am in awe of the grace they showed in every situation. Henry, Cathy, and Mitch cannot be recognized enough for everything they have done and continue to do. I am proud to nominate them. I am proud to call them family.
Julie Swanger, nominated by Katie Ewer. My parents met in Michigan in the 80s. My mom, Julie, claims it was one of those rare moments where she just knew that my dad was the one. They dated for a short time before my dad proposed, and they were married shortly after that on August 15, 1987. They moved across the country together, raised me and my 2 little sisters, and ultimately built a life of love and happiness. They were partners and friends and always had the other's back. When my dad was diagnosed with stage 4 glioblastoma in June 2019, none of that changed. He made it through the summer without needing too much additional care, but my mom drove him to the Cleveland Clinic, a 50-minute drive each way, Monday through Friday, for treatment with a smile on her face. She is and always has been the light in our lives, our own ray of sunshine. In September 2019, my dad went into hospice care for a week and my mom never left his side. She slept on a tiny chair in a strange place, gave my dad every ounce of love she had, and stayed positive for me and my sisters. When we had the chance to bring Dad home, she seized the opportunity, moving furniture, making phone calls, and arranging everything so that he could be as comfortable as possible. It was a hard and emotional couple of months for us as my dad continued to decline in health, and still my mom continued being the positive source of love that each of us needed. She took care of my dad with all of her heart, knowing that the end wasn't far and still managing to smile each and every single day. Dad passed away on November 10th, 2019 in my mom's home. My mom, sisters, and I were all by his side, and as devastating as our loss that day was, my mom still found the positive. She held each one of us as we sobbed into her arms, telling us it would all be okay. When she talks about my dad now, it's to tell us about how much he loved us, always reminding us of our wonderful family memories and my dad's ridiculously amazing ability to bring laughter into our lives. What I hope she knows, though, is how she is the glue that has continued to hold our family together. Her love, kindness, selflessness, and empathy are apparent to all who know her, and we can't thank her enough for being the mom and person she is.
David Bubar, nominated by Linda Bubar. We've been together for 16 years and married for 7. He was with me in California when I was diagnosed and has been my caregiver since the beginning. He works full-time from home in a stressful, demanding job that continues to take me to appointments and manage my care. He stayed at a hotel downtown when I was hospitalized in June so he could be close by. He's been amazing.
And finally, we know that this disease has taken too many lives. And while these individuals can't be with us today physically, their love, their memories, and their spirit lives on in our hearts, in our minds, and in our souls forever. Some of you may not have had the opportunity to submit your own story or memory for this presentation, but there's still plenty of time, so continue to do so. But now join me as we celebrate our celebration of life. participating today, by sharing your stories, by sending us your photos and uploading those photos to social media of how you all are doing your own 5K. All of this effort this year helps bring us closer together in this time when we have to be far apart. We know that this is a tough year, but continue to ask for those donations. Registrations still remain open through tomorrow, October 4th, so there's plenty of time for you all to continue this fight because it is so needed to find and fund that clinical research. And guess what, Cleveland? We cannot wait to see you all in person for our 6th annual Head for the Cure 5K Cleveland in 2021. Thank you so much for your support, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend.